If you couldn't see already, there's a monkey in my lap. Welcome to Awaken Bake, an educational, high vibrational, mystical, spiritual show. I'm your host, Danny. This is Monkey. He's one of my two dogs. And today we are getting high. I already did. I highly recommend that you do as well. Highly recommend that you do as well. And we're gonna do a part 2 and talk about magic mushrooms. There are 4 categories that I'm gonna go over today. The first one is, why did I do a microdosing journey? That's a great question that nobody asked that I'm here to answer. Just for my own personal spiritual reasons, I've been very interested in trying a microdose journey, I guess. I really wanted to deepen my spiritual knowledge and understanding, and I felt like I was ready for it, honestly. Also, I moved to the Bay Area. Correct me if I'm wrong, but psychedelics are decriminalized here, and I don't think I'm wrong because it says so everywhere. I also joined a shroom church, but we will actually talk about that a little bit later. And then also, you guys, honestly, my mental health kind of took a turn for the worse. Due to just certain events and circumstances, I was triggered into a really bad depressive episode. I did reach out to my doctor. I think that's probably one of the most important things, asking for help and getting help. But once I had that all figured out, I was like, I've heard that shrooms can really help depression. I think this would be a really good opportunity for me to try. And I have no regrets at all. I also wanted to mention that I did use my masculine energy to do all of this, to help pull me out of this place. I think we talk a lot about, on this channel especially, the divine feminine and how we need to incorporate that more. However, the divine masculine is ultimately what got me out of a dark place. I had to make the decision and take action to actually get better. Yes, asking for help from a doctor and then getting, therapy, medication if you want it, shrooms if you want it, that's fine. But you have to be willing to do the work as well. So I know that sometimes society likes to say the toxic masculine is at its height. And it is, guys. Toxic masculine, absolutely. If you want to learn more about what the divine masculine energy actually is, though, we just posted today an episode all about the divine masculine energy. We teach the difference between wounded masculine, divine feminine versus divine masculine, and how to heal your masculine. Second thing I wanted to talk about is, so what happened? What did I get from it? What did I learn from it? How do I feel afterward? I'm glad you asked. Honestly, the best way I can describe it, and I don't claim to be perfect with words, I'm actually learning that when it comes to expressing my emotions, I'm not bad at it, I'm unique with it. I genuinely think that if someone else were to word their experience, it could be a lot different than mine, and I would still agree with it. And I would be like, yes, I also relate to that. But for me, it made more room for love. You guys, like I said, I was in a depressive episode. The sadness, the anger, the pain, and the fucking anxiety were overwhelming. That's all I could focus on. And I know all the techniques, and I talk about it on the podcast all the time. I felt I was it wasn't fair. I was I don't understand. I'm trying so hard and I'm not getting better. And that's why I really do think that they called it magic mushrooms at the church, not just shrooms. And it really is magic, you guys. What it did for me was create so much more space. So instead of being hyper focused on the anxieties and the stresses and whatever triggers or traumas from my past that were just really heavy on my mind and causing me issues in my daily life, it created so much space, and it basically made all of that smaller in comparison to how much room it made for love. I just started laughing at everything, loving everything, seeing the good in everything. I do feel it was the medicine that helped me do that. It was the shrooms that helped me do that. Okay, so that's the sign that the weed has set in. Let's all take another hit. I'll be right back. So it made room for love, and it also showed me that life doesn't have to be hard. I'm kind of making it hard, and I do think that I was just a victim of society. Even though I talk about that all the time, I was giving in, and it was a slow giving in, and then all of a sudden I noticed it was just spiraling and spiraling, and then I was triggered by something, and then I was everything is bad. And it's not. Everything is not bad. I was just putting all my focus on all of that. But genuinely, like I said before, it basically gave me a bigger view of everything, if that makes sense. It made me realize okay, those emotions are real and everything, but I don't have to feel them all day, every day. I genuinely have so much that I love and can be happy about, but I'm grateful for the magic mushrooms because I was having a really hard time feeling that before. I was really, really, really struggling. The third part of this video is, would I recommend it? Yes. But there's a catch. The catch is the fourth thing that I wanted to talk about, which was some safety tips. I am not like a shroom expert at all. I'm like so beginner, I'm like so baby. So like don't take what I say for full value, you know what I mean? Like take it and then like just know like your experience could be its own, it could be different. I just worry about the way that they are lacing everything these days, you guys. Like there's a fentanyl crisis happening. Like just make sure you're getting anything, whether it be cannabis or shrooms, get it from a reputable source, okay? Safety is key. That's basically what I'm saying. Be fucking safe. Our world is beautiful. It's literally so beautiful, but we still have to be responsible because as we progress as a society, people still have free will. Just remember, people still have free will and they do crazy shit sometimes, so protect yourself, be safe. I did join a euthogenics church. That's the only church I'm ever gonna join, but that felt as safe as it could get to me. Like I was like, okay, I feel like you guys would know. And also do it when you're ready. Just do your own research, like on like, you know, be in nature, have a calm setting, a place you feel safe, have someone sober there or someone like who's very experienced, like, I don't know, just do your own research so that you know when you're ready and you know like what your setup is gonna be. Back to question or part number 3, do I recommend it? Yes, like very much yes. Very much yes. And I just want to end this with, I really think that we should legalize it and respect it. Don't use it as a party drug. It's just like not. Like, and I haven't used it in that way, so I don't know. But I just feel like I had such a healing, life-saving in a way. Like I wasn't gonna actually like off myself, but you know when it's like teeter-tottering the line of like, do I need to like really jump in and like get help? Or can I handle this? I was teeter-tottering. And now I'm like, woo! I don't want to feel like that anymore. I'm so grateful that I don't feel like that right now. And that was just a matter of like 3 weeks ago. The total time, so I was doing it for 2 weeks to a month. It ended up being like 2.5 weeks that I did it. Close to 3 weeks almost. That was my experience. It was really beautiful. And this is part 2 of the shroom episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay high vibes. That was a pretty successful wink. Winks are quite hard for me. I learned it's all on the cheek. It helps when you open your mouth, like when you do mascara.